We're going to look at the power of taking someone's time away. Now here's the rally. Okay, so the serve set, it's a poor returns in the middle, and that is a rising ball. So we've taken a rising ball off a strong body structure. Now this shot is not even good in that he's taken it early, but it's landed short. But see the outcome of the next shot, he's lifted it up. So the perception of not having time when he's come in for a ball which has landed half court is really what's done the work. So this early one here, have a look at that one again. So he's come in here and he's taken it on the rise. So it's going up, 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 up. So it's almost at the top of the bounce. Okay, so that taking the ball on the way up. So if you can take the ball when it's on the way up here, it makes a massive difference to the speed of your opponent. Now you see how our opponent is moving in. He's cutting in already because he knows that it's going to be a drive, and he knows he's gone in early on his body, and he knows that he has to cover this down the wall. So he's got to cover all this here and back down here. So he's ready to cut in inside the line of this player and to cover the back shot. The ball finishes short, so let's look where it finishes. It's finished just in front of the service line, just behind the service line, sorry. Now, he's gone back foot and decided to go and buy some time, so he's lifted it up. Okay, so this ball is wide. So what happens here, a lot of players will actually let it go and wait for the ball. So because the ball's so wide, yeah, so we're talking about shot options and shot potentials here. So because the ball's so wide from the side wall, that's opened up this direction, this angle into the side wall. So it's a real position of opportunity. So there's options here to wait, hold the shot and go cross court. There's big time options here when you overhit a ball off the back wall. So you can't really afford to overhit off the back wall too much, especially in this case where it's sat so high. Now, our player in the light blue shirts decided to go hard, low and short simply because of the height of the ball. So it's got a lot of height up through here. So it's lots of height. In other words, he's got a really good angle on killing a ball at the front of the court, even with power. And you can tell by the width of the shot what it's done to the court position here. So his court position would normally try and be in here somewhere, and that makes a massive difference as well, but he has to clear the cross court because the ball's come off the side wall so far, off the back wall so far. Okay, so, and he's also relatively deep. So if you notice here, his opponent's relatively deep in the court. When I talk relatively deep, like he's not up at the tee and he's not up here. Okay, so there's all this points to a situation of having the opportunity to kill from the back, which is not that common a shot. And he's a powerful unit, this guy, and he's done really well to get that ball there. He's buried it into the nick a little bit, and it's come out all right. And see the result? It's a scrambling return. Okay, so he's chosen to go short and hard because of the height of the ball off the back wall, and he's taken it early. We'll just have a look at the early take again. So a lot of players will let that go, but the ball is going to come up. I'll go back even just a tad further. Okay, so he's prepped his body. You see the power, you can tell. So what happens here, just so everybody's understanding of what's going on, is the shoulders this way, the hips this way, and basically he's facing the back wall. So he stepped back, and what's done that is this foot that's gone from here and it's gone over to here, which means both feet are facing this way. And what that does, it gives massive power. So what he's going to do is he's going to hit off his back. When I talk about hitting off your back, he's going to hit off the back of him through here. So he can just turn his body on this ball as he strikes the ball, and he'll get massive power. So it's a real position of power that he's going for. And you can even tell with that angled racket back, which is a wonderful thing to do. That angled racket back there, it sets your wrist and allows power to come through with the flick of the racket at the same time as you turn your body. So it's combined power or timing, which is another way of putting it. Okay, so he comes through. What he'll do is he'll take his right foot, he'll leave his shoulders, and he'll bring his left foot around a little bit. So he's left his shoulders, and he's brought his left foot round. Okay, so we're talking about leaving his shoulders. So what happens is his shoulders are still facing the back wall. His whole body is still facing, it's opened up a little bit, so his hips have opened up this way, because that foot's come from here to there, which has opened his foot, but he's kept his shoulders back this way. And so what happens, it's really primed his body for power. And that ball, which has been coming up and up and up, it hit the back wall on the way up. And what that's done is it's now starting to just go down. And so see the turn? So it's all that massive turn of body where he's got his power from, not from swinging his arm fast. So if you remember, his shoulders were back here, and now they're out here. So he has turned all the way around here, 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 and here to get that power through his body. So what happens is these core muscles through here are going to do all the work. So they're going to hit the ball, not his arm. His arm's going through for connection, and it stays strong, and it does all those good things. It gives it the angle of bracket and everything as well. So your arm's doing a lot. This is a body drive, a full-on power body drive, and his feet have just opened up, and what he's done is he's pivoted around his back foot. So his back foot's here, and he's pivoted his front foot. So if you watch his front foot, his right foot will still cut across as he strikes. So his front foot's still coming, still coming, still coming, still coming. And that's where he landed his front foot there. So his back foot's only just coming off the ground now. Okay, so it's a full pivot around his back foot, and a really close swing, really confined swing, which gets a lot of power. The ball's finished short. Okay, so here what we're doing now, we're going to attack a rising ball once again. So it's all about a rising ball. So he needs to attack this on the way up and cut his racket down to the floor. And the court, he could go cross court on this. He could do a lot of things, but he can make use of time really well here by going early, which is what he does. And he didn't play a perfect drop shot, but he played an okay drop shot. Now his opponents had to go all the way from here to go around him to go up here, so that's a long way. So if he'd gone cross court from there, he would have just been able to go zig and zag and cut back, so it's nowhere near as far. If he'd gone if he'd gone pretty much straight to the corner, he would have been able to go straight and run the straight line. Once again, if he'd gone up this way, you would have been able to go there and then cut up that way, no trouble. So it's a pretty good option, this one, simply because he's between the line of the ball and the play, where he's come from, and so it's pretty difficult for him. So what happens, he's just cut the ball to the floor, pushed it into the side wall a little bit, and that's a position once again of no power, no strength, no control in the body. Okay, and look where he is. Our main player, is standing in the middle of the court, ready for whatever's coming up. So he's looking for the volley at this stage, because it's most likely going to be a volley cross court, or that tries to get him out of trouble. And so he's ready for the volley, and then he sees that it's not a volley, and this is where he needs to seize the moment right now, because we'll have a look at just how long it takes our opponent to go and recover. So he still hasn't recovered, still hasn't recovered, still hasn't recovered, still hasn't, and now he's recovered. Okay, so the ball's almost hit the floor and he's full pelt. So the cross court would be a good shot here because he's going to pick up momentum, but he's going to play the drive down the wall, which is no trouble. Cross court, because there's so much open court, would have been a great shot here on this next one. So what happens is the ball is, there's no trouble with what he's done, by the way, so I'm not saying it's a bad shot. I will just play the footage a bit further. Okay, you see the power that he's running across the court. There he goes, and he's lifted it up to go and land the ball deep. Now, what happens is, instead of smashing this ball to the floor, which means it would have gone quick and fast, which is all right, he's pitched it deep and made sure he still is going to make a bounce the second time before the back wall. So he's nearly got that. He's very close to getting it. And if he got it ever so slightly long, like, it's not even a good shot, as in an accurate shot, it's probably a better way to put it. In other words, it's down this line here. So the ball has gone down from here to here. So he didn't even get it too much into the side wall, and he didn't push it away. If it had gone over this way more, it would have been further away, and he could have gone down lower and made it run, so it's running away big time. But he's done all right, but he's still almost got it, and the reason he's almost got it is because it's a straight line direction full pelt run that he's gone for, knowing that it's the most likely shot to be played. Now if I go back on that one and we talk about the cross-court option. So if this is a cross-court option, see the speed, everything behind him now becomes free. So from here, 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 the problem is getting body on the ball and hooking it cross-court. I know you can basically flick the ball in if you don't hit it well. You're so late on the ball that's probably the right shot down the wall. But the cross-court option says that everything behind him. So if he'd gone across here, so the ball's still up, the ball's still right here, right? So if he'd gone across there and gone over there and back there, then everything behind here, everything behind this line here is all free space, simply because he's had to cover so much of all the other space. So all this is free. If you can get it there, then it's a wonderful thing to do, even if a lob, which you wouldn't lob in this situation, but it's an attacking shot you needed to do. A drive down to the floor makes it even harder to get. So if you've actually gone down from here and pitched it down to the floor, then it might have been really even more difficult for him as well. This way he had an opportunity if he overhit it off the back wall. So the problems with going down the wall like this, if you're not going to go low, is that can come off the back wall and the player can get back into it for an absolute golden situation. But the number one rule here was to take the ball on the rise. So let's watch what he does. Goes here, ball's on the way up, 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 up. Okay, so he struck that. That was quite a high ball, but he struck it at knee height, so he's had a good chance to see it and he can control the ball really well. And he's driven the ball hard and fast down the wall. So it's not a bad shot down the wall. Cross-court might have been better. Down to the floor and keeping it lower, but he didn't want to hit the tin. But the most important thing, the single most important thing of each of these shots is that you must take the ball on the rise, or the one off the back walls is at its height. So we look at here, we take this one on the rise. Okay, it's a strong body on the rise. Again, strong body on the rise. And the short swing just protects his opponent and allows him, that's a punch drive. And we'll show you that quickly. So if you watch his follow through, he's going to come from here, he'll hit the ball and stop his swing there. Okay, so he's not played any follow through past this point here. That's clear for his opponent to come through now because he's now finished and the shots are still really quite powerful, although that he didn't nail it because he didn't get it deep enough. Okay, and this one here on the rise, on the peak of the height, bang, power drive. Here, on the rise, quick drop, no backswing. So we have no backswing on this drop shot. You take everything from almost the point of impact and push straight down to the floor. There, cross and attack it on the rise and push down. You lifted it up just a little bit, but it's still a pretty good shot. So if you have a look at the whole rally in its entirety at full speed, it happens really quick. Here, bang, there, power, there, attack it, sharp, there. Here, attack with legs, there, and it to the floor. So it's just really good.